Meet Selena Gomez. She's a celebrity builder. She has been into building for a very long time. She started about 10 years ago. She's good in what she does. With this video of hers, you'll be able to take measurements of block and understand every details about block measurement, about the width of block measurement, the height and the length of block measurements. She's a celebrity builder and she's very good in what she does. As I said before, she'll be putting us through on how to take measurements, and with this you'll be able to understand about block measurement like never before. She's very good. She has taught millions of people and she has a lot of fan base. She has a master class for the year 2025 and I'll be attending the master class. So I already attended the master class, so I have to flew to Canada, and it was so interesting. I learned a lot of things that has to do with block measurements, and I'll be sharing with you guys on the master class, the things that she taught, the explanations. I'm going to give it everything in details. Please stay tuned and wait. Let's start the class. I recorded everything that she taught. She has a lot of staffs working under her. She's very good. She's always there to put us through. She does not just leave everything for her staffs to handle, and she pays attention. She asks questions. She tells us to ask questions and she attends to our questions. So I want to summarize the class that I went to. She said that there are various sizes of blocks: 9 inches block, 6 inches block, 5 inches block. She said that the height of 9 inches block is 9 inches. Then the height of 5 inches block is 9 inches. The height of 6 inches block is 9 inches. She also said that the length of 5 inches block is a foot 6 inches. Then the length of 9 inches block is a foot 6 inches. Then the length of 6 inches block is a foot 6 inches. She said that for you to be able to get the height of any block, the length of any block, then the width of any block, you have to make use of your measuring tape and measure to get the exact measurement. It's better for you to. She also said that you can get the measurement of the height of the block, then the length of the block, the breadth of the block by taking measurement of the height of the block. If you want the height of the block with your measuring tape, taking measurement. If you want the length of the block, you take the measurement of the length of the block with your measuring tape. Then if you want the width of the block, you take your measurement of the width of the block. That will also tell you the size of the width of the block. So for you to be able to know which of the block size you are making use of, instead of guessing, then you have to make use of your measuring tape and measure the width of the block. After measuring it, to tell you the size of the block. If it's 5 that you got from your measuring tape, then it's 5 inches block. If it's 6 that you got for your measuring tape, it is 6 inches block. If it's 9 that you got for your measuring tape, it is 9 inches block. Then the width will determine the size of the block. She said that she always take measurements for you to be able to know the size of the block that you are making use of. One of the builder that also taught us, he said that if the measurement, if during the making of the block and the size, there's a difference in the size of the block. Sometimes instead of it to have up to 5 inches, you can have 5.5 inches. You can have 5.5 inches to not be up to 6 inches. So after when you take your measurement, you got 5.5 inches. Just know that it's 5 inches block. It is for any type of block size. Sometimes you might want to mold 6 inches block or 9 inches block. Then during the molding, and because the molder is not good during the making of the block, the construction of the block, it is because of the molder that was used during the construction of the block. Because if the molder has some little error that is not exactly that 6 inches, and maybe it's 6.5, you definitely have wrong measurement, like a wrong block construction. You now have 6.5 inches size, so that does not mean that you have to call it 6.5 inches block. It's called a 6 inches block so that you use it for construction, because you cannot just throw it away because of the error from the molder.
Of a concrete block, people. Identifying different areas of a concrete block. So peeps, let's get right into it. First of all, people, let me just big up all the viewers and subscribers out here of Impressive Builders Family's channel that is helping to grow this channel to another level, people. So big up on yourself and a large. So let's get right into the video now, people. Now this is a 6-inch concrete block, people, and this is identified as a 6 inches concrete block because of the width right here. This area across here, people, is measured 6 inch. Now the height of the block is 8 inch, people. Now you have different size of concrete block. You have 4 inch, you have 8 inch, and you have 6 inch, which is this one. All of them, the height 8 inch, people. The length 16 inches. Width is different, and that's how you identify the different blocks. 4 inch block, this area is measured 4 inch. The 8 inch is measured 8 inch across here. The 6 inch is measured across right here at 6 inch, people. Now, this section of the block right here, people, is identified as the face shell of the block. And as I said before, the length is 16 inches, people. Height, 8 inch. Now, this area right here, people, is identified as the end shell of the block. This solid area right here is the end shell of the block, people, right here. Now, this other section with the cutout, people, is identified as the flange end. And we can identify the flange end by the cutout right here. Now, this cutout is here because of placing the concrete block, people. If you're doing block work and you don't want to lift the concrete block over the steel, if they are too high and you don't want to bend them, then you cut out this area with your hacking hammer and you will just slide the block right through the steel, people, for easy placement. So we'll cut out this area, the flange end right here, and we'll slide the block right through it. Now, people, this section here is known as the block core, otherwise called the block hole, as we normally say. The block hole, this is the right name, people, is the block core, and you will place the block over your steel bar, people, for placement. Or to reinforce your walls, you would pour your concrete through these areas, people. Even if you want to place the block, as I said before, through the steel, if you're using the flange end, still gonna enter in the block core, just the same. No, peeps, this area along here is identified as the mortar bedding, and this is where you will place your mortar, people, along this area right here. This area is known as the center web, and we call this block the female block in our Jamaican terms. Why? So you cut the block right through here, peeps, to get two halves. Now you have some that is solid, that don't have the cutout through this area right here, people. So it is called the center web. Now, what you need to know, people, the smooth area of the block right here, you will turn it up. And that's the recommended way of placing the block, people, to turn it up. And you can identify that area based on the smooth section. Now, if you look closely, people, this area is kind of rough. And this is where the mortar is placed up from the top to make the concrete block. Now you can identify it by looking at the roughness right up here, people. Now the black is made from this era right here. The mortar is cast from this era. That's how you know